Folks, here we go. Please sit down. My name is John Kafalis, Larimer County Commissioner, District 1. As the Commissioner Liaison to the Larimer County Extension Advisory Committee, I'm very happy and privileged to welcome you all here to our annual Extension Showcase. This is something that we all look forward to. It's an opportunity to learn about the good works and programs and services that our Larimer County Extension Office offers to the community members in conjunction with Colorado State University. So I'm just here to say thanks for taking the time to be here. This is important. We will learn about three particular programs, farmers market programs, the Family Leadership Training Institute, and the upcoming class that will begin, and the 4-H STEM program. I'm really proud that Larimer County Extension is one of the most effective and robust extension programs in the state. I'd like to quote my fellow Commissioner Tom Donnelly, who always reminds us that the 4-H program is the best in the state and the most participatory in terms of young people who participate and learn. Thank you all for being here. I welcome Kerry Rollins, the chair of our Advisory Extension Board.
Actually, I'm Sue Ballou.
Let me try that again. Sue Ballou.
So I'm Sue Ballou. I'm the outgoing chair of the Extension Advisory Committee. And I just want to take a couple minutes to tell you, most of you know a lot of this, but why Extension's so amazing. As you probably know, because CSU is a land-grant institution, they have to not just educate the students that are going there, but educate the people around the state, and that's what Extension does. So there are researchers and extension specialists at CSU who have cutting-edge information. They pass it on to really well-educated and talented professional extension agents who pass it on to us. And you may think of the farmers market and Master Gardener and 4-H as extension, but in the last year, I will pretty much bet that it touched everybody's life here. You may have eaten at a restaurant where the people at that restaurant who are preparing the food were trained in the latest food safety stuff. You may have looked for resources for yourself or an older relative or friend, and you've seen your access points, which is done between Larimer County Extension and the Partnership for Age-Friendly Communities. Or you might have a treasured ash tree in your yard, and you're trying to figure out, what do I do? Because you hear rumors about emerald ash borer and how it is going to destroy all the ash unless we take precautions, but is it here yet? It's very expensive to treat it. What do I do? Extension will give you the straight poop and not try to sell you something before you need it. So not to mention the fact sheets. If you're sitting home on a Sunday and you find something and you're trying to figure out what it is, I mean, there are hundreds of fact sheets about energy and the environment and nutrition and insects and everything else. But what really makes all this work, and Larimer County, as Commissioner Kafalis said, is one of the really strongest extension programs in the state, and that's the agents. And in fact, I would like to ask all the extension agents who are in the room to stand up, please. And talk to one of them and ask them a question about anything in their field. You'll be blown away by how much they know and how passionate they are. So Carrie Rollins is the actual director, not the board chair, and she's going to take it from here.
Thank you, Sue. And I'm excited to be here today. This is really our day at Larimer County Extension to share with you all, our community, our leadership, about the great impacts that we have here in Larimer County. And before I get too far, I want everybody to know that our Extension Advisory Committee plays a very integral role in making this event happen every year. So if all of our advisory committees could wave their hand, please know that they've had a very active role in putting this together today. And as has Kathy Mason, our communications coordinator, and Fred McClanahan from our office have all put a lot into making this a successful event for lunch today. So again, thanks to all the staff and board advisory help. So we know that we in Extension could not accomplish the things that we have accomplished this year and in all the years past without the help of all of you in the room. We have a number of our leadership here today. We're so thankful to have you. I just want to give a shout out to our county leadership in attendance today. All three of our commissioners, Commissioner Kafalis, Commissioner Johnson, and Commissioner Donnelly are with us, as is our Assistant County Manager, Lorenda Volker, and our Human and Economic Health Service Area Director, Laura Walker. So thank you to our county leadership for being with us. Thank you to our CSU leadership for being with us today. Brand new, we have Blake Naughton, our Vice President of the CSU Office for Engagement and Extension, fresh from Missouri. Ashley Stokes is here with us today, and she's the Associate Vice President for Engagement and Extension. And my supervisor, Joanne Powell, our Front Range Regional Director. Thank you all for being here so much. So since this is our event to share all the accomplishments, I do want to draw your attention to the lovely placemats at your table with a few of the stats and numbers of our accomplishments within Larimer County. And I think what's also cool, and was an idea of our advisory board, that we have some 4-H demonstration projects here in the room today as well. So as you get up and mingle around a little bit, please do take the time to look at our rocketry. We have an entomology display, and we have a photography display. So please do take a minute, and thanks to Brittany Kirkland for getting those from our 4-H agents, or youth, I should say, in the county, and bring them to share with you today. So you're going to learn the highlights of some of our impactful programs that we wanted to share with you that happened in 2019. We also had embarked on a program this year that wasn't a program, it was a process. Sounds much less exciting, but it's going to be impactful nonetheless. So this year, we spent a considerable time on delving into a community needs assessment. And the important part for me coming into Extension was we have so much opportunity in Extension. We have the brain power of all of CSU right here in our backyards. How do we know what's important to bring to you in your communities? We can always do our day-to-day programs. We will always do those programs, but if we don't try to narrow that down and focus on what the community needs and what we can bring, we will probably not move the needle as far as we would like. And so to help us with that process, we went to CSU and enlisted the help of Dr. Jenny Cross and her team at the Center for the Institute for Research and Social Sciences. And she's going to give you just a couple of minutes about what that looks like and why it's important for you and our community. But I think I can think of a number of reasons, but I'm going to let her go first and share that with you. And we're looking forward to getting the results of that here even this week. And next year, we're going to have some really, really cool stuff to share with you about those results. So thank you, Dr. Cross.